Hey, Gits and Gals, this is War Boss Nick of the Broken Legion Gamers coming to you once again from the mech shop. And in this video, I'm going to show you how to set up your Monoprice Select Mini version 2 3D printer before your first print. Now, to do this, all you're going to need is the Allen key that came in the box. This can also be used to set up most 3D printers prior to your first print. But let's get into it. The first thing you're going to have to do is plug in your power supply. And I don't know why. Okay, somehow my extension cord got unplugged. That's why I'm not getting power to my power strip. Okay, now that I have my power strip plugged in, we can plug in the power supply. And in this particular unit, okay, that sparked a little, but okay. In this particular unit, the plug, here's the tip to the power supply. Here's the wire leading from the power supply that goes to the 3D printer. And to connect power to the 3D printer, you plug it into this port in the back. Right here's the power button, power switch, which we're gonna flick on right now. And as you can see, our 3D printer has powered up. Okay, and also, you've got your screen right here. Now what you're gonna do, the first thing we're gonna do is level the bed. And to do that, the first thing you do is go to Move. And then right here, I don't know if you can see it, but it says Home Access. So you hit that, 3D printer starts moving, and it starts to home out the 3D printer. Now you might notice that I've got blue painter's tape on it. It's important that if you're going to put painter's tape over your bed, that you level out the bed with the painter's tape onto it. Now, the only other thing you need is a piece of paper, and you put the paper, and then you try and slide the paper between the bed and the extruder. Now, I'm not able to get that piece of paper between the pen and the extruder, between the tip and the extruder. So what I have to do is tighten this down a little bit. Now you're only supposed to tighten it down a quarter turn at a time. So that's about a quarter turn. And when you slide this paper under, you should feel resistance. Should be able to feel resistance. And I'm not feeling resistance, so I'm going to loosen this up a little bit. Not much. Now I'm feeling a little bit of resistance there, maybe a little bit too much. So now that's the perfect amount of resistance. I know you can't feel what I'm doing, but just take my word for it. And with this particular 3D printer, do not handle the printer by this. You will throw any bend in this will throw off any prints. Now, we're going to move this to the back. Normally, you can move it just by your hand. see if I can get a better piece of paper. Okay, here's a regular piece of printer paper. Okay, that is way too tight, so no, you don't want to do that. Remember, kids, do as I say, not as I do. Okay. A little too tight still. Now, it's important that you do this at all four corners. At all four corners. Now, we're going to go to the x-axis. And we're going to do this by hand. Okay. Now that is way off. Okay, a little bit more down, and that'll when you do this, use a brand new piece of paper. It's a lot easier. Okay, that's good. It takes me a while to get used to this. And that one's fine. What we're going to do is go back to home access. And make sure that still slides under as good as it did before. And it did. So we're in business there. The next thing we're going to do is go to temperature, extruder temperature, 205, and this 60. And as once it gets preheated up to 205, what we gotta do is it's good that that fan's going. I was a little worried before that the x-axis wouldn't move, but not worried that much anymore. Now, I'm starting to see a bunch of built up filament here. I'm going to use this. Take this some time to clean that off the tip. Because I don't want that to cause any problems later on. Oh, I forgot one tool I'm going to need for this. And it's right here. Sorry, folks. That had to go off camera again. Hobby snippers. Hobby clippers. Now, let's get out of here. Okay, so temperature's at 203, so that should be hot enough for what we're doing next. Next, we're going to load in the filament. Let's get this out of the way, because when you're printing, you don't want anything in the way of either your bed, which is starting to get up there, your bed, your arm, or your filament. Now what you're going to do now is cut this filament like that to a point. And to load this particular printer, you load it into this hole right here, but you got to move a lever. And you load that until you start seeing filament. Now I'm feeling some pressure. Why isn't it loading? Okay. Okay, I may have to take the fan off and see what's going on. Hold on. I really don't want to get hurt, so stop preheat. I got it. Oh, it was in there. It was in there because, as you can see, this is straight. I cut this at an angle to look like that. So it was in there. Now, I don't know what happened. Oh, great. That's what happened. You see this? You see this? This broke clean off of the other filament. Okay. We're restarting the preheat. Oh, wait. Oh, right here. Now that sucks. I just burnt myself. Because I'm being an idiot. Okay, now that's on there almost right. Okay, now let's preheat the extruder again. Preheat the bed in the extruder. And let's see if we can load this right this time. I don't know why I'm having so much trouble with this. Just want to load this up and get a test print going. And now I've lost the end of my filament right there. Ladies and gentlemen, the joys of working with 2-year-old filament. Okay, broke again. I have to replace all the filament I have. Okay, and of course, well, you guys see what it takes to get the filament in. You gotta feed it through here, and you gotta have this thing preheated. I'm gonna have to take my printer apart and see what's going on and see why I'm having trouble. I may have to remove the tip and clean it out. I don't know, but I'm gonna end this video. That's pretty much how you get your printer set up. You gotta load in the filament, you gotta level the bed, and then after all that's done, that sucks. Then after all that's done, you're ready to print. Of course, you have to have files loaded onto your scan disk. I will teach you that tomorrow. But most importantly, don't handle this. Don't touch any of the hot stuff. As a matter of fact, I'm going to stop that. I'm going to go smoke a cigarette, give this a chance to cool down, disassemble the printer, and see why I'm not getting filament. See why I'm having such a hard time getting filament into the hot end. Okay, that's it for this one. Follow us on Instagram. The name's Broken Legion of Gamers for that. Follow us on Twitter. Once again, Broken Legion of Gamers or at Legion Broken. Jump on Facebook. Join the Facebook group so we can interact. Facebook group is Broken Legion of Gamers Tabletop Gaming Community. And if you like what you see, hit that subscribe button and hit that bell icon so you can be notified anytime I put up another video. And as always, whenever possible, support local wargaming. Here at the channel, we support Toy Wiz in Nanuet, New York on Route 59, right across the street from the Dunkin' Donuts. Have a nice night, guys.